Hello. I'm now going to email everyone to let you know that I'm on live. So I will now send a link. Hope to see you guys in a few. All right. And I'm going to go on to Google Classroom. And now I'm going to create an assignment titled YouTube Live. YouTube review is live. Here is the link. Hope to see you guys soon. Can't wait. PS Investigation 2. No due date. Just have it due today. Because I'm that type of woman. And hope to see you guys soon. Oh, shucks. I just did it for one section, I think. Let me check and make sure I did it for all. And if not, darn. Sorry, this is going to be the dullest 5 minutes of YouTube, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes. Okay, nope, I sure didn't. Let me see if I can do reuse topic. And yay, yay. The dangers of modern technology. I wish I could block all this out, but unfortunately, this is going to have to be in it. So I can't wait to get your questions, and I hope you have a lot of questions because I'm here to help. Sorry I couldn't be there today, but it's been a good day. I feel very blessed, as the saying goes with everything. And yeah, it's just been a great day, a positive day. So, hey, can't wait to see you guys, and hope you get this message sooner than later. And it is now posted to all 5 sections. And here we go. So, well, sorry about section 1. I'm sorry that the first section I had today, sorry that you could not get a chance to take the skills test. You'll take it on Wednesday when we get back from Martin Luther King holiday weekend and the professional day for teachers. Everybody else will start the new unit, but don't worry, blue section, you'll catch up, okay? I really don't worry about you. You guys will do well, okay? So no one's here. I'm talking to me, but hey, I love talking to me, I think. Anyway, so let's see some of the things that you should be concerned about. You've got to know what causes seasons. And you know it's 2 things, but one thing that we know is the most important thing is the tilt of the Earth's axis. The second one is the revolution. So if you had to choose between the two as to which was the main cause, choose tilt. Another thing you should know, what causes day and night. It's the rotation. Okay, revolution, no. Rotation. And realize that if this side of the earth is facing the sun, it's going to experience day. If that side of the earth is not facing the sun, it's going to experience night. As simple as that. Okay. The degree of tilt is 23.5 degrees. And 2 people or 1 person? I don't know, but I would love for anyone to let me know when you come in and just say, hey, okay? Oh, let's see. Oh, Yahoo. It's always doing that. Okay, so I hope you had a great day. I'm sorry you had to take a test. It's all this placement stuff. But let's go on. Let's see what else. Do not get confused about anything. I'm waiting for your questions. I'm just talking to myself. So say something. Let me know you're here. Send me a message so that I can help you. Okay? One of the things that, let me see, cosmic address. Hello, Daniel. So good to see you. I hope you had a good day. And I was just saying to the blue section, I think you're blue. No, are you blue, Daniel? I think you might be, or orange. I can't remember. But the blue section, you'll take your science skills test on Wednesday. Everybody's going to take the test, the quiz. It's not, oh, good. Everyone's going to take the quiz tomorrow. Okay? That way you don't have to worry about anything over the weekend. I have some exceptions if I have some people that have 4 tests tomorrow. If I have some people that have 4 tests tomorrow, way too much. Let me know if it's you. I'll help you out. Identify yourself because your questions helps anyone who streams this after we finish our conversation. Okay? So, getting back, cosmic address. Know your cosmic address. Okay? You have the sheet, you have your notebook, go over it. It's really easy. Think about it. You know 3/4 of it. You know that you live in the Milky Way. You know that you are part of the local group. You're on the Orion arm of the Milky Way. Um, and let's see. Oh, the cluster is Virgo. The supercluster is the Laniakea supercluster. Okay? How many stars are there in the galaxy? How many stars are there in the universe? I mean, approximately how many galaxies are in the universe. So those are things that I mentioned. I said, hey, write it down. You might not have thought they were important, but they are. Hi, Gregory. I hope you had a good day today. My day was wonderful, you guys. I'm just getting back from my new house. We had pizza for dinner, took Rocky. He got a chance to see it. It was cute. If you'd have seen him, he was running all over. It's empty of furniture, so it's really cool. But let's get back to science. So does anyone have any questions between you guys? Hi, Ethan. So good to see you. Anybody have any questions? Just type it in, and I will answer them for you. Okay? Beats me rambling on what I think you might have questions about. Oh, here's one thing for you. Realize that as you move up the latitude, which is latitudes are always parallel to the equator, the temperature, the overall average temperature decreases. So that's why the North Pole is really super cold and why the equator is probably the warmest area because it gets the direct rays. Everything else, the rays are more and more tilted. Okay, keep that in mind. Hi, Kaya. Revolution is moving around. So here's the sun. My finger is the sun. This is the earth. This is the earth. The blue finger. Well, they're both blue, huh? All right, the one that's facing down. Here's revolution. Okay, that's revolution. Now, imagine a top spinning, that's rotation. So if you stay on your toes and spin around, that's rotation. Thank you, Lily. You got it. If you can explain it to your classmate, you got it. The best way to learn something is to teach it to someone else. That's an old saying. So I've got a nice group of people here. Any other questions? Because I'm here to help. You know what, Kaya? Orbit, revolution, same thing. Okay, but orbit, when we think of orbit, we think of the length of time it takes for one revolution, and that's a year. Okay? Spring and fall without the summer and winter for reference. Okay, so Natalie, that is a great question. You have to have summer and winter for reference. However, if you have a diagram that shows the tilt and you look where the sun is, okay? If the sun is in the middle and you know that the earth revolves around the sun in a counterclockwise direction, then know what season will be fall. And of course, that is what you have to have for reference, the summer and the winter. But once you see where the tilts are, then you got it. Okay. Lily, did I answer that to your, did Natalie and Lily, did I answer that to your satisfaction? Again, look where, let's say we're trying to figure out just for the Northern Hemisphere, where is spring? You have to have, in every diagram I've ever seen of this question, they always have all four seasons represented. Just look at where the Northern Hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Go counterclockwise. Then you know the next season would be fall, because fall always follows summer. Cool. I'm glad I can help. Yeah, good. Great question, Natalie. I love it. Keep those questions coming because we learn so much more from questions than somebody standing up and talking about stuff, okay? Oh, by the way, I was very proud of everyone's presentations and how serious everyone took it. I was proud of the way that you guys put it together. You 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 came through. Okay, so how can you tell what season one side of Earth is like depending on the hemisphere? So the only thing you have to worry about, anything north of the equator is going to have the same season. No matter where you are on Earth, if you're north of the equator, you're having, like right now, everybody north of the equator is having winter. Everybody south of the equator is having summer. So if you went to Australia right now, the reason why the wildfires are so crazy because it's in the middle of their summer, and in their summer they hardly have any rain, and because they hardly have any rain, these fires are like out of control. Now, when we're celebrating Christmas in our winter, guess what? Christmas is a summer holiday for people in that area of the world. Crazy, isn't it? Can you believe that song, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas? We're thinking snow. They're thinking white sand. Crazy. Okay? When we have fall, guess what they have down below the equator? They're having spring. So look at it that way. Is that better for you, Lottie? I hope I answered it for you. Please let me know. The feedback would be helpful. Okay? Any other questions? Great questions here. I love it. So far we've covered revolution. How can you tell what the seasons are? And then areas approaches the horizon, it seems to disappear or go below. It appears to sink gradually because the last thing you see as a boat goes away from you on the ocean is you see the mast of the boat, if it's a sailboat, okay? So it appears to sink, but it really doesn't sink. It just goes away. That's one of the proofs that the earth is round, by the way, because the boat appears to sink instead of just all of a sudden disappearing like it fell off the side of a ledge. Is that helpful, Daniel? You got it, Natalie. You got it. You are correct. I love how you guys answer each other. This is marvelous. In fact, the more questions you have, if you know the answer, type it in. Again, you're not only helping each other who are here, you're helping those who may, by chance, look at the video later on. Okay? Any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. So, any other questions that anyone has? So is the cosmic address going, you have to know part of the cosmic address. I mean, you are a citizen of the universe and you wrote it down on your envelope. So let's think of it. Let's start from our solar system. So where's our solar system located? Somebody type it in. What part of the galaxy is our solar system located? Anybody? Someone? Anyone? What part of the galaxy is our solar system located? By the way, since this isn't the test yet. Ah, right, Lily, the Orion Arm. So what is the name of our galaxy? It's not a candy bar. They didn't name the candy bar after it. Yes, on the Orion Arm, Sophie. So what's the name of our galaxy? It's Yummy Yummy. They named the candy bar after it. Can you remember the candy bar's name? Except for you. Ah, Milky Way. That is correct. So now, what group does the Milky Way belong to? Is it far away, or is it, Daniel, is our galaxy far away, or is it, somebody, anybody gonna tell me the name of our group? Yes, it's the local group. Good for you. Oh, that's okay. Local group. Next. What cluster does our local group belong to? Let me see if I can give you. It's one of the signs of the zodiac. Usually born around September. Some of you, anybody September birthdays, know their zodiac sign? You're not a Leo. It's right after Leo. And it's before Scorpio. And it's, oh, that's a super cluster. Virgo. Virgo is the cluster. And what is the name of our supercluster? It's a Hawaiian word for supercluster. Isn't that funny? So what is the name of our supercluster? Lily, you kind of wrote it in already, so write it in again. So think Hawaiian, and you've got the name of our supercluster. Virgo cluster, thank you, Nev. Laniakea is our supercluster. Excellent. There you have it. Our cosmic address. All right. Now we could go with our stuff on Earth, but I think we know our earthly address and our earthly place, but our space place, where we are in the universe, that's what we concentrate on. Okay. So thank you, Gregory, for asking that question. You're welcome. You're welcome, Gregory. So any others? I like that. I'm watching, by the way, I'm watching Jeopardy at the same time as I'm doing this because I love Jeopardy. Anyway, back to teaching. Orion Arm, we did. That's where we're located. Because we're on the arm of our galaxy, which is a spiral galaxy, our sun is a fairly young star. It's about to enter middle age. It's going to live maybe to be about 15 billion years old. We're about 5 billion years old right now. And so it's got another 10 billion years before it dies. Okay? So hopefully that's information. Is it going to be on the test? No, but I just find it fascinating. And it's stuff that is really cool to think of, you know? So any other questions? Let's see. So Emma, did that help you? And you can also check the transcript. Oh, how can you tell if a hemisphere is, we did go over it, Nev, but I don't mind repeating. And I think others who were here don't mind listening to it again. The way you can tell what season it is that you do have to reference where it appears either before or after the tilt. So, for instance, in the northern hemisphere, when you get a diagram, you'll have 4 pictures with the sun in the middle, okay? And that represents the movement of the Earth around the sun, which is orbit or revolution, all right? So if you look at the northern hemisphere, and we're going to use northern hemisphere, notice that here's the sun, northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. That is definitely summer for the northern hemisphere. And the season for the southern hemisphere would be winter. Then remember, the Earth moves around the sun in a counterclockwise direction. Remember that. Write it down. Counterclockwise. Look at the clock. Notice that it always moves towards the right. Counterclockwise, it moves around the left around. Okay? It's going to go towards the left to move around the sun. So you know the next picture after The summer picture would have to be the fall picture. That's how you know. Okay? And after the fall picture should be the winter picture. Hopefully that is helpful. I keep looking at my eyes and I should be looking at this so that I'm looking at you and not myself. So excuse me, I'm a YouTube. I've not done this but 2 times. Okay. Was that helpful for you? Oh, good. Lily, Emma answered your question. Awesome. We are located on the Orion arm. And because we're on the arm, we're a young star. Older stars in our galaxy are found in the center of our galaxy. Okay? And as you move away from the center of the galaxy, you have the older and older stars. Excuse me, did I say older and older? My bad. Younger and younger stars. So the youngest stars of our galaxy are found on the arms of the spiral galaxy. Yes, there are going to be some in there. Some of the questions that I gave you on those sheets are kind of like you got to put it together. There are going to be questions like it. Maybe I didn't put the cosmic address that you're going to be asked. Okay. Make sure you play that Kahoot, by the way. Oh, I gave you the quizzes. Did you guys get the quizzes for the Kahoot? Because that is important. Oh, my eyes. I know. Sorry. That is important. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, lots of questions. I think someone asked this earlier, but yes. Edges of the Milky Way. Yeah, Lily, to answer your question, there are 2 open response questions, yes. And really and truly, you can do this. I know you can because you've kind of shown me throughout the class, that you can do this test. Okay. How come Google sometimes? You know why? Because, and I'll tell you this. Daniel asked a very good question. Sometimes when you Google the supercluster, it says it's Virgo, and that's because they recently changed it from Virgo supercluster to Laniakea supercluster, and that's why you get that. Okay, but I think about 5. Yeah, it was about 5 to. See, Jackie was going into high school and she graduated in 14. So about 5 to 10 years ago, they realized that it was no longer Virgo supercluster. It was Laniakea supercluster, and Virgo became a cluster. And that's why, Daniel, you'll get that with Google. Okay? Great. Thank you, Natalie, for confirming that the sub gave it to you. Yes, there is. I gave you a Kahoot link, Kaya. Kaya asked, is there a Quizzes or a Kahoot online? Kaya, the Kahoot online, it can be found in the Kahoot category when you go on ClassWorks. I have a link to the Kahoot, but I made a paper Quizzes from the Kahoot so that you could answer it. And did you guys get the key and make sure you corrected it? That's the big thing, okay? That paper Quizzes, I feel, is more helpful to you because you can now look at it and then make flashcards from it and not just kind of get used to looking for certain things. You're welcome, Kaya. And hey, you're welcome too, Daniel. So you guys are great question askers, and let's see what else can I think of. You know day and night, the seasons. Yes, the seasons. And what affects the length of time of a day? Okay, we know why is it day longer, let's say, in Alaska in the summertime than it is in Boston in the summer? Oh, you tell me, Gregory, what does geo mean? That should be an easy one. What does geo mean? Go outside and pick some geo up. What does geo mean? Who can help, Gregory? You pick some geo up when you go to the beach too, or you kick some around when you go to the beach, or you get it stuck between your toes. Ah, right, Kai, it means rock or earth. So now, Natalie, I'm going to read your question. Assuming that weather is not a factor, how far in the distance could you see on the ocean? What does affect the distance you can see? You know what? It just reaches a point, and now you're getting into a different part of science. You're getting into light and how, and we're limited to light waves. And as you get the light waves get further and further away from you, they start, they all have a certain wavelength. Well, the wavelength gets longer and longer to reach a point where the wavelength is now straight. You no longer can see it. And that's why you can't see forever, because of the wavelength gets, as an object moves further away from you, or it's further away from you, the wavelengths become longer and longer and longer. Okay. You know what? Good for you, Kaya. So, what does hydro mean? That's an easy one. Can you explain how the tilted Earth axis play into seasons? I just want some clarification. So, when the Earth is tilted, and let's say the northern hemisphere, we're experiencing right now winter. So I'm going to tilt my hand. Ooh, yeah. Well, tilt my hand back. Okay, here's the sun. The sun emits the same amount of rays, same amount of light rays, no matter what. Now, the light rays that actually are not really light rays, they're actually electromagnetic rays. And when it enters our atmosphere, it becomes heat and light. Okay, but that's technical. But it's the same amount of energy. Doesn't increase or decrease because it's summer or winter. It's the same. But when it's tilted towards, you notice that the light rays are more direct, so the same amount of rays covers a much smaller area, so it's hot. And we all experience summer. Now think about it. During the summer, the Earth is 94 million miles away from the sun. Okay? That's during summer. The furthest away, because our orbit isn't round, it's elliptical. So here's the sun, and it's 94 million miles, but because the rays are direct, it's hot in the northern hemisphere. Now, southern hemisphere, it's winter. Now, I'm going to talk about us now, where we are now. This is the tilt. We're actually closer to the sun than we are in the summer. But because of the tilt, the same amount of energy now has to cover a much larger area because it's no longer direct. It's got to cover such a large area that the energy is lost, and not lost, but it's spread out over a much larger area, and it's cooler. So Emma, does that help you understand that? Oh, good explanation. The direct rays, you are right, and the tilted is it's not as warm. And you know what, Lily, you did a nice job of explaining too. The moon only, you know what? Look at the moon questions I've asked, okay? I'm not going to tell you, but look, I didn't give you those sheets for nothing. And if you fill them out, you've got them answered. You know what the correct answers are. You've got more than enough information, and I hope I've given you enough to help you. Plus, you took notes from your classmates' presentations. Study those notes. Okay? So there may be a question about the moon on the quiz, but it's not going to be specific to the phase of the moon because we haven't finished that yet. By the way, tomorrow is going to be third quarter moon. Did you see that the gibbous moon is gotten really, really close to being what you call a half moon, but it's going to be third quarter moon tomorrow. Okay, so any other questions? Remember, the questions you ask here, you're not only helping each other here, those who are present, you're helping those who may choose to look at the stream once we're finished. Okay? So we've talked about seasons. Okay? We've talked about that. What are some topics that you should definitely know and remember? Also, key vocab. You know what? You've got the key vocab. You've got all the topics. What causes seasons? Earth systems. How do they interact with each other? Major hint. I told you about that, right? And you've got what causes day and night. I think without giving you specific questions on the test, I think you've got all the topics you need. Okay. Um, and that's why I divided those sheets into those topical areas because those were the main topics of investigations 1 and 2. Any other questions, my wonderful students? And I hope I'm loud enough. I can't really tell because should I get closer? I don't know. Am I loud enough? Anyway, so what are some topics? Well, I hope I covered that. Anything else? Let's see. We talked about seasons, talked about what causes day and night, length of day and night. If it's not day here, it's night. If it's becoming day here, it's becoming night somewhere else. And yeah, cool. Thank you, Gregory. Um, water. Oh, what is atmosphere? Atmo. I love that. Atmo means what? And then after atmo, what is bio? Let's see if you guys can answer those. Then talk about how they interact. How does biosphere interact with atmosphere? Oh, that's a great one, Sophie. Hydrosphere and atmosphere. What do you have up in the atmosphere that is like a hydro? Ah, good. Bio means life. I like Sophie's question. Could someone give an example of interaction between the hydrosphere and the atmosphere? Like water vapor. Oop, my gosh, I gave the answer to you, Sophie. Sorry. Clouds. That's good. That's a good one. Clouds. Clouds contain water vapor, right? Living things need air to survive. That's bio and atmo. Clouds, hydro, and atmo. Yep. Clouds in the sky, water vapor in the gas. Yes, in the gas atmosphere. Um, good. So, excellent. And you know what? I think you guys are going to do well. I really and truly do. And if you don't, do the corrections. I don't know why people want to keep a 70 when they can get an 80. I don't know. Call me silly. Living things need water to survive, bio and hydro. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Sophie. So, yeah. I like, are those ducks? Oh, those are so cute. Oh, goodness. But yeah, you guys have all the information. Those sheets are really helpful. And you didn't know that you were doing a study guide, but hey, I did it. Huh? This is not a quiz. This is a quiz. This is not a test. Okay, it's only worth this is a quiz you're taking. Tests are going to cover the entire unit. This is only covering 2 investigations, 1 and 2. Okay, so you can relax, Natalie, okay? All right. So, but you know what? You guys have such high standards, and I know you really want to do well. Oh, you know what? That's a great question, Kaya. But think of it this way. If the Earth was just a square, then even if it hit an angle, think of it. If it was a square, this would be the top of the Earth where you would have the poles. They would never get any light, even if it was tilted. Part of the poles would never get light. So it would be cold all the time at the poles, north and south. And then it would just be crazy. Yeah, it is a quiz. Okay. Is that helpful a little bit? Kaya? Anybody? Somebody? Hmm? So, any other questions? I don't know how long I've been on. Oh gosh, 35 minutes. So, one last thing, relax. When you relax, you're going to find all the questions and all your answers are going to come freely. Bring something to help you relax. Like I used to have my little can of soda. I used to like little lifesavers. I have my package of lifesavers. I would have, oh, my gum I would chew just to help me relax. And just by doing that, information flowed freely for me. Okay. But just relax because once you do, you'll settle down and be able to answer any question and you'll think logically. And that's the key thing. All right. Any other questions? You're welcome. And again, I try to do everything to help you and don't settle. If you get below an 80, go ahead and do corrections. My goodness, take advantage of that. Okay. And it's all about helping you guys. All right. So I'm going to call it a close. I've been up as usual since 4 o'clock. Just curious, what's the next unit? Well, let's see. This unit is going to last a while, but I can't wait to get to after this unit, planetary science, heredity and adaptation. You get to make Punnett squares. I love Punnett squares. Okay. I'm going to have to go out and get brain food because since now I have my house, I can now spend money. Yay. And I'll get you brain food. I probably will have to leave early in the morning, go to CVS, the 24-hour CVS in Acton, and get you guys brain food. So, what do you guys prefer, Jolly Ranchers or Werthers? Or I'm trying to keep it, so I think that's what I've gotten. I usually get half and half. So, oh, you're welcome, Sophie. Um, so what do you guys like? Werthers, Jolly Ranchers, or is there something else that I didn't get? I don't want to get things that aren't wrapped because that's gross. But Jolly Ranchers, okay. So Emma says Jolly Ranchers. Anybody else? If I don't hear from anybody else, I'm going to get Jolly Ranchers. um, oh, Kaya, you're going to have the placement test on Wednesday. Oh, Jolly Ranchers is leading 3-0. Brain food, yay. Jolly Ranchers 4-0, 5-0. Jolly Ranchers would be amazing. All right, you guys. Jolly Ranchers wins. Darn it, you're going to have Jolly Ranchers. Oh, you want me to save some blue raspberry for you? Okay, I will. Oh, you're orange. Let's see. Tomorrow, I have you third. All right. So here's the thing. This is so crazy. Tomorrow they're pulling teachers out of class so that we can talk about the new building. And even though I have first period off, they're pulling me out of class at 9:15. Why didn't they just take me at 8:25? I don't know. So anyway, that being said, you're gonna have Jolly Ranchers, all right, and I'm gonna have the Brave food container out, ready to go. And please take one, not 12, just one, not 12. You guys, it's been a pleasure, and till next quiz. Oh, thank you, Kaya. Is that a Jolly Rancher or is that a Werther's, Kaya? Keep reading everybody's response. Emma's hungry now. Anyway, you guys, have a good evening. Get some rest. Bring your little soothie, your comfy, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and relax, relax, relax. Once you get into that relaxed mode, you'll do fine. It's all about being relaxed, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Yay. Bye.